And speaking of that, Chicago has surpassed 800 homicides for the year, with yet a week and a half left in 2021. There were 23 shootings this weekend, several of which were fatal. And it's against this backdrop that Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot this afternoon went on the offensive. Amanda Vinicky joins us now with the latest. Amanda.
Yes, Paris, this afternoon, Mayor Lori Lightfoot giving voice to what a lot of people are feeling, or perhaps trying to give assurance to them, and that is people are scared with shootings, carjackings, and of course the pandemic. She says emotions are high.
I know that people for whom violence is a daily concern are particularly stressed, and that more recently violence is creeping into other neighborhoods that have not historically been burdened by violent crime. As the mayor of the city, I want to assure you that from day one in my time as mayor, public safety has been, is, and will continue to be my highest priority.
One of her solutions, keeping more people who are accused of violent crimes behind bars. Lightfoot says it defies common sense that thousands of individuals who are charged with crimes have been released from jail while everyone is presumed innocent until proven guilty. She says at this point, neighborhoods are up for grabs.
But if you are charged with killing someone, trying to kill someone, taking a vehicle at gunpoint, rape, or violence against someone in your home or theirs, for those people, I absolutely believe that they should be locked up pending trial because they are demonstrated, quote unquote, real and present threat to the physical safety of people and community as defined under Illinois state law.
Lightfoot calling for a moratorium for electronic monitoring, therefore, of course, keeping those individuals behind bars if they are accused of crimes like homicide, murder, rape, carjacking. She says that monitoring is supposed to come with supervision, but that isn't happening.
In Cook County, there's virtually no supervision, nor any mandated community interventions. The Cook County electronic monitoring system is fundamentally broken in a way that is making our city unsafe. The county courts need to get the balance back and reserve electronic monitoring for only nonviolent offenders.
Unclear exactly how this moratorium would work. Mayor's office not responding to a request for comment on that, but she did talk about sending a formal request to Chief Judge Tim Evans, who says that he has not received that from Lightfoot. In a statement, though, Evans saying that violence is both a local and a national problem and that he shares the mayor's concerns about it. He did not directly respond to a request for comment on this general sentiment and really critique by Lightfoot of the system. But Cook County Public Defender Sharon Mitchell does. He says that the mayor's plan is regressive and would disrupt communities.
We know that the proposal around bond are clearly unconstitutional, given that every single person is entitled to an individualized hearing specific to their case. And quite frankly, it would result in the incarceration of an untold number of people who are innocent and did nothing but be accused of a criminal offense.
He points out that the mayor calling not just to keep in jail those who've been accused of a violent crime, like using a gun, but also those accused of illegally having one.
So this idea that we're going to start punishing people just based upon an allegation by the Chicago Police Department, we believe will not only explode the jail population, not only will cause a number of innocent people to be incarcerated, but it will do nothing to actually keep our community safe.
Mitchell has advocated for decriminalizing illegal gun possession. Now, Lightfoot in her speech, as she has before, called for the opposite. She says she is pushing for state legislators to crack down on so-called ghost guns, but only the feds, she says, have the ability to stop illegal gun trafficking between states. Lightfoot adds that she is making a formal ask of the U.S. Department of Justice to send more agents in Chicago to help.
Our city is simply awash in illegal guns, and sadly, has been for years. There are many reasons for this that set us apart from other cities in the country. And the resulting harm is showing up in our streets, in emergency rooms, in morgues, and funeral homes every day. And it is threatening not only our residents, but our police officers as well.
Now, the mayor, by the way, says that she does have $1 million that is set aside in reward money to help people who come forward to help police solve any of these illegal gun crimes. Now, going forward, she also wants more license plate readers installed, calling these cameras a game changer. Critics do question the effectiveness of that technology in solving crimes. Lightfoot says these tactics, they're part of a solution. And she says that violence and crime are manifestations of deeper problems, so not the only solution. As previously announced, she also plans to devote a record amount of city money to go toward impoverished neighborhoods and to community organizations.
They are the offspring of poverty and neglect and the psychological trauma that comes with it. It is the kind of poverty and neglect that too many communities, like Garfield Park and others on the south and the west sides of the city, have endured for decades.
Another plank of the mayor's plan is something that she's previously talked about before, and that is going after gang leaders' profits. But there has not been support on the city council for this civil asset forfeiture plan. The mayor today indicating that she's got something fresh up her sleeve, perhaps an updated version, but there were no details disclosed about what that might look like. And she did not answer any questions from reporters following this afternoon's address. Paris, back to you.
Clearly, Amanda, a lot of local leaders that have been at odds, like the mayor, state's attorney, the judges, they're going to have to put their heads together on a lot of this plan to solve this intractable problem right now. All right, thank you very much.